The number of liquidations decreased by nearly 23% in June compared to the same period last year, and companies that have been forced to close their doors declined by 19 cases, while those who opted for voluntary liquidation decreased by 17 cases. An expert says this does not mean that companies are not feeling the effects of a weak economy, but simply that business rescue may be offering a reprieve.
Business rescue is becoming an option for financially distressed companies. However, it does not necessarily mean that business rescue will always be successful, because in some instances you'll find that companies who are not candidates for business rescue, they would go into business rescue just to avoid direct liquidation, and the business rescue proceedings would fail in those instances, and then ultimately the company would be liquidated. But it does not necessarily follow that because we have business rescue and companies are considering it as an option, then it works.
Consumers, on the other hand, seem to be buckling under pressure. The estimated number of insolvencies increased by 3% in May this year compared to the same period last year.
This tells us that there is a financial strain on households. The people are not necessarily coping with the financial, with the economic conditions at the moment. As you would know that we have so many other things going up. We have electricity which has gone up, we have food that has gone up. Basically the cost of living has increased enormously, and that basically puts strain on the households. That is why you see that most of the people, they get sequestrated. But that alone does not mean that there isn't a step before sequestration. It means basically that there has been a failed debt cancelling in terms of the National Credit Act, and that means there isn't a sufficient backup plan for the households and the individuals.
Simang paints a bleak outlook. He expects the number of insolvent consumers to increase in the near future. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.